so many good memories from racing with Lees-McRae. I think more than anything, it was, I guess, just growing up as a person, as an athlete, as a student. I think what we accomplished as a team at Lees-McRae, especially the first year. When I came to Lees-McRae, I think it was in 2003. It was the first year that the cycling team was sort of heavily recruited and grew. And we set some lofty goals, and we wanted to, be one of the best teams in the country. And went out to collegiate mountain bike nationals, within a few weeks of all coming together and getting to school, and brought the school a national title. So that was really cool how fast we gelled and came together, and I think that sort of set the stage for my few years there and for us to keep growing. Yeah, so originally, I gotta admit, I didn't even know Lees-McRae existed. I was doing some other school visits to other schools and universities in the area, and I had read about Beach Mountain, and I wanted to go ride my bike up there and climb up there and experience that climb. I grew up in Michigan, so I was so inspired to be down in the mountains and ride my bike on those beautiful mountain roads. So it was a really foggy, rainy day, pretty nasty. I had my mom with me because she was doing college visits with me. She was driving behind me and yelling at me the whole way, it's too nasty, get in the car, this is dangerous. And, I was just in my element, loving it, amazed with the beauty. And then kind of like in the mist, as I'm rolling down towards Beach Mountain, I see this kind of sign like in the fog, Lees-McRae College, home of the Bobcats. I thought, I didn't even know there was a school here. So then I had this, great, really demanding climb up Beach Mountain, got in the car with my mom at the top. And then, first thing told her about this school we saw, and she was like, "Well, great, we're here to look at schools, not not be on our bikes." And I went right down, and I think everyone was on spring break, but got introduced to a few of the folks and connected, and was kind of hooked. I knew I was so inspired by the riding, and the campus was really beautiful, and everyone right from the beginning was really really kind and pretty helpful, and loved the idea of going to a smaller school in the mountains where I could keep racing while still pursuing an education. Yeah, I think my time at Lees-McRae, it really prepared me well for my pro cycling career, but I like to think it'll also have prepared me well for what comes next after that, and either the other facets of just navigating life and growing up. I think as a young, aspiring cyclist, I definitely wasn't ready when I turned 19, 20 years old to be, a full-time pro cyclist. And I still had a passion to learn and passion to grow and meet new people. And my time at Lees-McRae was a really great just development pathway, for me as a person and as an athlete. I got to keep racing, not just one discipline, but, 3 disciplines: race, cyclocross, mountain bike, road. And then it pushed me to grow mentally, to grow socially. And opened my eyes to a beautiful part of the world and a lot of really great people. Yeah, I think if I look back at my time at Lees-McRae, the period I was there, and really since then, the Bobcats have really asserted themselves as a collegiate cycling powerhouse. Whether it was the time that I was there, where people like Carlos Swart, Scott Jackson, Andrew Chalansky were bringing home national titles, Aaron Bradford, or all the way to the present day, when awesome athletes like Ronnie Lawton are still out there flying the flag for the Bobcats and asserting themselves as really the best cyclists in the country. It's really become a powerful and well-respected program. I think the biggest thing that stands out to me academically at Lees-McRae was the sort of attention that I felt like every student received and really deserved. I think that small class environment, small school environment really made a difference in my education and my learning. I think especially as someone who, like many of the Lees-McRae students, was pursuing a high level of excellence outside the classroom as well. It really helped to have a little bit of understanding, extra consideration, and really like individual attention to balance my studies and prioritize those in addition to my athletic goals. Yeah, I think the benefit of attending a unique vibe school, a size school, Lees-McRae, is really that individual attention that every student can have access to. We're not lost in big lecture halls. You're not, lost on campus. You don't have access to, you're not missing access to advisors or professors. It's a very accessible college. It's a very accessible campus, student body, and faculty. And I think, that sort of individual focus while still having a strong identity in the common campus and common student body is really beneficial for everyone. Yeah, I think right now I definitely follow the Bobcats, follow them online, and follow the stories, and the little video clips that I can get here and there. I enjoy following the storylines about the freshmen coming in and the classes changing, and kind of observing from afar how the students and how the team is growing and the college is growing. I think we're fortunate now in this day and age. It's pretty easy to stay in touch from person to person, just with all the access to technology. I think spending a lot of my year over in Europe is way easier now than it was before, and keeping in touch with some of my former Lees-McRae teammates and fellow students. It's inspiring to stay in touch with people from that time of my life, and know that we're all for the better after going to Lees-McRae and off doing what we do and being our best. Yeah, racing for the USA at the Rio Olympics was definitely a career highlight. It was a lifetime sort of achievement and goal, and something I worked really hard for a long time. And I would say I started working towards that Olympic experience, all the way when I was back as a Bobcat at Lees-McRae, or even before. And it wasn't something that the pursuit of that didn't define me every day, but it did inspire me and motivate me every day. And it was something I sort of just kept in the back of my head and kept, using as a dream, maybe even more than a goal, to sort of inspire and cultivate that passion and drive that was needed to keep succeeding. So when I'm racing professionally, I have a big responsibility and accountability to my team. And I appreciate that, and I value that, and really have a lot of pride in racing for my team. But then, going to race for my country, race for the USA, it felt like that was really something for me. It wasn't for me and my family, my people, my team, the college that I came from, everyone that helped to get me to where I am today and to be an Olympian. I felt like it was something for all of them. So it was less professional, I guess you could say, and more personal. And for me, that was like the real beauty of it. It was like a sort of synergy of professional and personal dreams and ambition, and a culmination of a lot of hard work from a lot of people.